We don't go to the list and say these are 80 students, let's take them, those will be the best. We have to. Really.
One other question, how do you get around state requirements for, to graduate 3 English or whatever? I mean, in terms of working on a community college campus and all that?
They have to meet both. They have to meet high school, North Carolina high school requirements and Westfield Community College 2-year degree requirements. They have to meet both.
That's tough, isn't it?
It's tough, but they do it. And what we're finding, a large number of our kids are moving away from 5-year students and wanting to be 4-year students. And they get in there, dig the heels in, and they have to go to summer school for 2 summers, but they do it. But they want it.
An example I got to share with you is a story that just shows what creativity and non-traditional approaches can do. I went to the gym up here for 30 days, working on the machine. Anyway, I was in the back room, and this young African-American male came in and working on this, whatever it was. You could look at him and tell he was an athlete. And so I went over and I just introduced myself and started talking to him. Well, he was in your school, but he was a football player at J.F. Webb. And what a great way that those kids have that opportunity. I know there's some who play at South Granville, but it just shows what we can do with flexibility.
You just have to sit on. He's an age one I have to sit on.
Is he?
He gets lazy a little bit.
He sure is, I guarantee you that.
Teach him exactly
He's sharp as his jack. Yes, sir.
What percentage of your graduates pursue college versus the world of work?
We talked about it yesterday.
And you remember, wait a minute.
Yeah,
They get 2 that went to the
military. Yeah, so 47 out of 47 went to a 2 or 4-year college, and then we had 2 in the military.
Thank you.
So what we have found with all the summer work as well, that preliminary work
Yeah.
that we go over to do in the summer with this school, once they're there, she was up with a wait list many times. So again, just very, very different issues.
Let me just follow. The 2 that went to the military, were they females by chance?
Both, 1 female, 1 male.
Okay.
We're finding more females having interest in this.
I reported to the board, the Commandant of the Marine Corps was saying that they were looking for more females.
I have 2 right now that have a strong interest that I think are both females.
Absolutely. Thank you.
Yes, you got one question, Mr. Rich.
So they talked about the wait list. What keeps you from taking more? Teachers and space?
Space.
We have caps, sizes, fire code, things of that nature, but so do the community colleges. So very mindful of that. But that's a good problem to have.
And total number of students?
207.
207. Right. Okay. Thank you.
Come see me, I'll share the rest of it.
That's the page 2.
Get her some page.
Well, I'll start about South Granville. Although I've been principal at on the campus for 11 years, South Granville High School is a comprehensive high school, has only been in existence, this is our 3rd year. So we only have 2 years of data for the comprehensive South Granville High School. We started the year last year coming in and knowing that the year before we were a C, 1 point away from a B. So our opening meeting, we meaning the entire staff, just made it known that we were going to be a B school. And we are. So we are, we did make a B school. We met growth. We went from a negative 0.25 to a positive 1.58 in growth. We met in every subgroup. We exceeded with our Hispanic children. but we met with every other subgroup that we have. So we were very proud of that. We increased in English 2 proficiency and Math 1 proficiency. We did decline a little bit in biology. That was a new teacher. She has actually left, moved to California. So I have another new teacher, not new to teaching. She transferred from the middle school. So she is new to teaching biology, but it is actually her passion. So she's doing some biology next semester. We had 1 retiree, 1 teacher moved to California, 1 teacher moved to Chapel Hill. And in addition to that, I lost 3 positions last year, so actual positions. So we are 38% free and reduced lunch. 240 of our 742 kids are free lunch. 40 are reduced lunch. We are 40% African American, 55% white, and 5% Hispanic. I have 2 new babies. One is a TFA, Teach for America, coming in teaching chemistry. But we are very excited about that because last year we had to do chemistry all online, second semester. We could not find a chemistry teacher. So she is in that classroom and she's excited. My other new teacher, not really new, but new as in she took a 20-year break from teaching. So, so she kind of is new. So the technology piece, she's learning. But so I call her new, but she's really we are focusing on increasing our EOC scores along with ACT and work keys. We are also working on making sure our students are engaged in rigorous and relevant lessons in their classrooms. And then, of course, we want to exceed growth next year, not just meet. We've grown from just meeting to a little bit on the positive side of meeting, and now we want to go past that 2.0 growth.
Okay, thank you. Questions? Anybody? You didn't mention what you've done, you did in athletics last year. What did you all do? Did you win anything?
A little proud of that. I actually, it's funny, I was having this conversation with someone the other day, and I said, how many rings do you have? And I said, well, I have 5. I have 4 rings. They cheated me one year because they won the same time, baseball, softball. So I have 1 ring that has baseball and softball on it. So 4 rings, 5 championships, and my volleyball team is in Currituck right now, hopefully moving on to the next level. And we plan on having the volleyball championship this year, but we'll see. So yeah, and our football team is undefeated at this point too. So South Carolina's strong in athletics. We are.
Well, too, so I'm going to add, I am a little surprised tonight because I meant to bring it out of my office.
Oh, I have them. I didn't want to.
Yeah, she did.
Oh, no, we share our blame.
So, the beat you mentioned?
Yes.
Okay. So, at the end of like I said, at the beginning of the school year, last year, our goal was we are going to be a B school. Whether it kills us or not, we're going to be a school. And we worked hard to become a B school. So this year, when it became official being a B school, I purchased one of these for each of our students, each of our teachers, each of our staff, and it says South Carolina High School is a B school, way to be, and they're Bs. And we wear them, I actually don't have it's on my lanyard, but we wear ours on our lanyards. And the other day at the retirement social, I gave one to Mr. Richardson and one to Dr. Houlihan, but I do have one for the rest of the board. So those are here.
So we do have a high school in Grant County that may be comprehensive high school. We have an A. So when people are talking about not having high expectations and we don't necessarily need to, oh yes we do. We have it in pockets down here. We're really proud of that B status
I'm
for our
very
comprehensive high
proud.
school.
My staff.
Thanks for stepping up to meet that challenge.
Thank you, thank you.
Thank you.
So the reviews are there.
We have one more. Yes, here
Good evening.
Last but not least, good evening. How are you? At West School of Health and Life Sciences, everybody knows that I'm a very visual person. If they're trying to tell me something, they need to draw a picture. And so for our school improvement plan, each year I create something that I call a short SIP. And it's just a visual. I ask teachers to hang in their rooms so that everybody can keep in mind what are our goals. There was enough for y'all. What are our goals and what are we going to do to get there? Webb School of Health and Life Sciences has been in existence for 13 years. I have 2 brand new teachers. One is a TFA. A third teacher that's brand new to our staff has 14 years experience. As you can see on the short SIP, our focus this year is differentiation, MTSS, and parent engagement. We identified the indicators and sub-indicators in NC STAR that we felt supported our goals for the year. These indicators and strategies revolve around these big ideas: differentiation, MTSS, and parent engagement. We have been a B school for the last 4 years. And in fact, our actual grade number has declined over that time. We attribute that decrease in our proficiencies to the decline in our enrollment. We know that Granville County Public Schools has lost some high-achieving students to enrollment in charter schools. That being said, at Webb School of Health and Life Sciences, we recognize that we have different students than we have had in years past, and we're charged with growing all of those students. And so we have worked really hard to look into what do we need to do, what do we need to change, so that that grade does not keep declining, it starts to go back up. And one of those things identified through the comprehensive needs assessment was the differentiation to meet the needs of students in class. We've also revised our mission and vision this school year with the help of parents, our school improvement team, and our student advisory council. Our new mission is Our Students Thrive, and we're really excited about that. Last year, we completed the Engaging Students with Poverty in Mind book study, and I think most of all, what we got out of this was just a better understanding of the lives of students outside of school and maybe what they need when they come into school. From the strategies that we implemented in that book study, we did see some small pockets of increase in our subgroup data. Our Math 1 African American and economically disadvantaged students made increases. Our graduation rate for economically disadvantaged students made increases. And we had some big increases in our ACT data for African American students, male students, economically disadvantaged, and even our AIG group. So we worked really hard with that last year. We know that a decline in our Math 1 scores is related to Math 1 scores from the middle school no longer following them to the high school. So we know that there were 14 new 9th grade students last year who had a proficient Math 1 score at the middle school, but that didn't count for us last year. So instead of 47%, we would have had 55%.
Okay, thank you.
And I think that answers my question, Brian. Just, you mentioned you have different students, so is that what you were alluding to?
Yes, sir.
Okay,
Yes, sir.
all right, thank you.
Anybody else?
I do have a comment, Dr. Lee.
Yes, sir.
I've listened to all the principals tonight, and I'm fortunate to sit there last night and listen to the principals as well. One of the things I've tried to do is to attentively listen to and to feel your soul and your heart in what you were saying. And I really like what I've heard from each principal. I know you have a struggle, and I know you have a lot on your plates. my best wishes is that you will keep the positive attitudes that you have, because you have the most valuable jewels within your hand each day, which is our children. And let me just personally thank all of you for showing that Graham County is not a flop, that we are excelling, that we are exceeding in academics, that we are a good place to visit and live, that
And
we
go to
do
school.
have good schools, public schools. So I commend you on that, your staff, teachers, everyone involved, custodians, all that make up a part of Graham County School System. My encouragement would be to stay the course in the way you go and keep that B attitude. That we'll continue
Well,
to
hers
go
is the
forward.
A
Now
attitude.
we're gonna be
Hers is the A.
BA.
We're going to the A.
That's right, that's where we have.
But they've done great.
Angie, let me ask you a question. What is, you know, the issue of merging the two schools is on the table. What is the difference between your school and regular web school?
Dr. Julian, I believe that it is a culture that we have created at Web School of Health and Life Sciences. A culture of very serious about academics, a culture of every single student. You can go and do whatever it is you want to do. That may be military, it might be four-year school, it might be, I talked to a young man yesterday and he said, Miss Salisbury, I'm starting a career in college, promise to next semester, so that I can complete my welding certificate before I graduate high school. He's one of the top of his junior class. And he knows that's what he wants to do. And you know, with one in college and one about to go to college and the cost of four-year education, that welding certificate, he's gonna make probably as much money as my daughter with a biology degree when she finishes, maybe. You know, or more, right, exactly. And you know, we have a culture that it's expected. When you only have 2 English teachers, and we do have 95% cross enrollment, but every single one of our students takes their English, their math, most of their science, and most of their social studies in our school. And when you only have 2 English teachers, you have one of those 2 for 9th, 10th, 11th, and 12th. And those teachers talk about the students, and they get to know their strengths and their challenges, and they're able to start interventions in the 9th grade, and even if they don't have them in the 10th grade, they talk to that teacher across the hall and tell them, this is the interventions that worked really well with this student. Knowing students well, and families, and students. And I'm going to take this opportunity to tell you that in the last 2 weeks, my counselor has come to me 4 different times with students in her office. One was a junior who said, Miss Salisbury, I got to figure out how to graduate this year from Webb School of Health and Life Sciences in case they merge the schools. And the other 3 were either 9th or 10th graders who said, one of them in tears, my mom, my grandma is saying, they're moving me to the Charleston. They're taking me out of here. And my counselor would say, honey, do you have 2 classes at Webb and 2 classes in the School of Health and Life Sciences this semester? And the student said, yes, but my school is Webb School of Health and Life Sciences.
And the students choose your school, they
Students do choose our school as 8th graders, and no student has ever been turned away.
The beauty of small schools is exactly what Angie has described. That's why the Bill and Melinda Gates Foundation put the money up many years ago. I was in a district that just had 4 small schools within one school. The beauty of it is that element of relationships. The bad part of it is when the Bill and Melinda Gates Foundation stopped paying, you're stuck with what the cost is to go with that type of work. But the beauty is there. I think the intention is still wonderful, where it does still thrive. I do.
Thank you.
Well, We made it through 9. Dr. Mark, does that conclude your team's work?
Yes,
Would you like to have your academic team stand this evening?
yes,
We
if
did
they
that
would
last
just
night.
stand really quickly.
This is the academic team who's working with all of our school principals and their leaders on their school improvement plans. You met them last evening, board. They're with us again tonight. We'd like to say thank you to you, to all of our principals. Job well done. Thank you so much for taking time to know your data and your students and your school so well. Board, is there anything you'd like to add before they leave and we break for dinner?
Yes, I'm just appreciative of the way school improvement presentations are going. It's just, but when you improve on things, somebody has to be patted on the back for that happening. And for all of you all that participated, I'm thankful, and I'm sure the rest of the board is also.
Okay. At this time, I believe we'll break for dinner. Is that correct? All right. We have 30 minutes for dinner.